15,000 combat hours, over 2,000 kilometers deep into enemy territory, 0 losses. While America invented the F-35, one nation took it further than anyone thought possible. In October 2024, Israeli jets did something no stealth fighter had ever done before. They flew straight into Iran, took out Russian S-300 missile systems, destroyed weapons factories, and came home without a scratch. But here's what nobody's talking about. Israel didn't just fly the F-35, they rebuilt it, modified it, turned it into something the original designers never imagined. And now, this jet has seen more real combat than every other F-35 in the world combined. What you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about modern air warfare. The numbers tell a story that's hard to believe. Since October 2023, Israel's F-35I fleet has logged more than 15,000 operational flight hours. That's not training, that's actual combat. Thousands of missions across multiple war zones: Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and deep inside Iran itself. To put this in perspective, the United States Air Force flew 1,319 sorties over 18 months in the Middle East. Israel has flown thousands in less time with a fraction of the aircraft. But raw numbers only scratch the surface. What makes the Adir truly exceptional is what it's faced. These aren't easy targets. We're talking about sophisticated Russian air defense systems. The same S-300 batteries that Russia claims can shoot down any aircraft. Iranian electronic warfare systems designed specifically to counter stealth technology. Yet mission after mission, the Adir returns untouched. If you're as amazed by this as we are, type yes in the comments below. Let us know what you think about this incredible machine. Here's where the story gets really interesting. When Israel ordered these jets, the Pentagon said no to modifications. Every other nation that buys the F-35 has to use it exactly as built. No changes, no custom systems. But Israel pushed back. They needed something more, something specific to their threats. After intense negotiations, America made a historic exception. Israel became the only nation on Earth allowed to completely rebuild the F-35's internal systems. And rebuild they did. The standard F-35 uses electronic warfare systems from BAE Systems. Israel ripped them out. They installed their own suite built by Elbit systems. This is a complete replacement of the aircraft's electronic brain. The new system can detect threats the original couldn't see. It can jam frequencies the standard version couldn't touch. And it's specifically designed to counter the exact systems Iran and its allies use. But they didn't stop there. Range was a problem. Iran sits 1,500 kilometers from Israel. A standard F-35 can't make that trip and return without refueling. Refueling means tanker aircraft. Tanker aircraft mean vulnerability. More planes to protect, more things that can go wrong. So Israeli engineers designed something remarkable. Custom fuel tanks that don't destroy the jet's stealth profile. These tanks are covered in radar-absorbing materials. They're shaped to minimize detection, and they extend the Adir's range beyond 2,200 kilometers. Now the jet can strike Tehran and fly home without ever needing a tanker. The computer system got an overhaul too. Israel installed what they call a plug-and-play architecture in the main mission computer. This means they can integrate any weapon they want, any sensor, any system, without waiting for Lockheed Martin's approval, without Pentagon authorization. When Israel develops a new weapon, they can put it on their F-35s immediately. Every other nation has to wait years for approval and integration. Now let's talk about what these modifications have accomplished in actual combat. May 22, 2018. Israel becomes the first nation in the world to use the F-35 in real combat. The target was Iranian military infrastructure in Syria. The mission succeeded completely. Syria never even knew the jets were there until the bombs hit. This wasn't a symbolic strike. This was a message. Stealth works, and Israel knows how to use it. 3 years later, March 2021, Iranian drones are heading towards Israeli territory. These aren't simple drones. They're Shed 197s, equipped with weapons, likely headed to Hamas in Gaza. Israeli F-35Is scramble. They track the drones, lock on, fire. Both drones destroyed. This becomes the first aerial kill ever recorded by an F-35. Not American, not British, Israeli. The Adir proves it's not just a bomber, it's a complete air superiority fighter. October 2023 brings another first. A cruise missile is screaming towards Israel, launched by Houthi forces in Yemen. An F-35I takes off, finds the missile, shoots it down.
This is the first time any F-35 has ever intercepted a cruise missile in combat. The jet is rewriting the rulebook for what stealth fighters can do. But all of this was just preparation for what came next. October 26, 2024, Operation Days of Repentance. This is the mission that changed everything. The target is Iran itself, not border areas, not proxy forces, the heart of Iranian military power. Over 100 Israeli aircraft take part. F-35Is lead the way. They fly 2,000 kilometers round trip. They penetrate airspace defended by Russian S-300 systems, the same systems Russia claims can shoot down any aircraft. Iranian electronic warfare systems designed specifically to counter stealth technology. Yet mission after mission, the Adir returns untouched. The Adirs find the S-300 radar sites. They destroy them. Satellite photos later confirm it. The radar arrays are gone. Missile production facilities are hit next. Weapons depots, command centers, 20 military targets in total. And every single F-35I comes home safely. Not one damaged, not one detected until the bombs were already falling. This is the largest Israeli strike on Iran since the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, and it's executed with surgical precision.
Then, in June 2025, Operation Rising Lion raises the bar even higher. Israeli F-35Is attack Iranian nuclear facilities. In broad daylight, not at night when stealth works best. Daylight, when every eye can see, when every radar is active. The Natanz enrichment facility gets hit, ballistic missile sites, more nuclear infrastructure, and again, perfect execution. 0 losses, 0 aircraft damaged. The boldness of striking in daylight sends a clear message. These jets own the sky. But Israel didn't just stop at making the Adir deadlier, they made it smarter too. American F-35s work alone or in small groups. Israeli doctrine is different. The Adir operates as the quarterback of a larger team. Here's how it works. F-35Is go in first. Their advanced sensors map the battlefield. They locate air defenses, identify threats, track enemy positions. All this information gets transmitted in real time to F-15I strike fighters waiting behind. The F-15s carry the heavy loads, up to 18,000 pounds of bombs. The F-35Is take out the air defenses, the F-15Is follow through with massive strikes. It's a 1-2 punch that no enemy has found an answer for. This coordination has been tested thousands of times. In Gaza, where Hamas fighters hide in tunnel networks. In Lebanon, where Hezbollah has embedded itself in civilian areas. In Syria, where Iranian forces operate alongside Russian air defenses. Every environment, every challenge, the system works. Now here's something that shocked even American military planners. March 2025, Israel announces they've done something no other F-35 operator has attempted. They've used the jet in what's called beast mode during actual combat. Let me explain what this means. Normally, the F-35 carries all its weapons inside internal days. This keeps the stealth profile intact, but it limits how much the jet can carry. Beast mode changes that. The aircraft mounts weapons on external hardpoints under the wings. This sacrifices some stealth, but it more than doubles the payload. In theory, every F-35 can do this. Lockheed Martin designed the capability into the airframe. But using it in combat, that's different. It requires different tactics, different mission planning, different risk calculations. Israel figured it out. They worked with Lockheed Martin and the Pentagon during the war to develop new procedures for mounting external JDAMs. These are precision-guided bombs that turn regular munitions into smart weapons. The result? The Adir can now carry 4 2,000-pound bombs externally, plus whatever it's carrying internally. In environments where air defenses have been suppressed, this turns the jet into a devastating ground attack platform. The Israeli Air Force won't say exactly where they've used beast mode. Could be Gaza, where Hamas lacks an air force. Could be Lebanon, after Hezbollah's air defenses were destroyed. Could be Yemen on those long-range strikes. What matters is they proved it works in real combat, not in tests, not in exercises, in actual war. Let's talk about the people flying these missions. Israeli F-35I pilots operate under conditions no other pilots face. They're flying multiple combat missions every single day. The Israeli Air Force runs 3 shifts around the clock. Between 35 and 39 Adirs are in the air every single day. That's nearly the entire operational fleet flying daily combat missions. Lockheed Martin had to give special authorization for this level of intensity. And it's working. The mission capability rate sits at 75%. That means 3 out of 4 jets are ready to fly combat missions at any moment. The mission capable rate is even higher at 85%. These numbers are exceptional for any aircraft. For a stealth fighter in constant combat, unheard of. When the war started in October 2023, 5 Adirs were down for maintenance. Israeli ground crews worked around the clock. Within days, 4 were back in action. The strategic impact of the Adir goes beyond individual missions. Israel's enemies know these jets exist. They know they can't stop them. This changes behavior. Iranian commanders have to assume Israeli jets are watching, always. Syrian air defense operators know their systems can be destroyed at any moment. Hezbollah leaders understand bunkers aren't safe. This is deterrence through demonstrated capability. The Adir doesn't just fight wars, it prevents them. American military officials are watching closely. The F-35 program has had its critics. Cost overruns, technical problems, questions about whether stealth really works against modern air defenses. Israel has answered those questions in the most definitive way possible. The jet works. It works better than even optimistic predictions suggested. U.S. Air Force generals have called the Adir's performance an A+. Britain's Chief of Defense Staff specifically cited the F-35I as proof the jet is a war winner. The broader F-35 program is benefiting too. Lessons learned by Israeli pilots are being shared back to Lockheed Martin. Tactics developed in combat are being taught to American pilots. Modifications that work are being considered for other variants. This is the partnership working exactly as designed. America builds the baseline platform, allies adapt it to their needs. Everyone learns from real-world experience. Looking ahead, Israel isn't slowing down. As of 2025, they operate 46 F-35Is across 3 squadrons at Nevatim Air Base. The goal is 75 aircraft by 2030. That's 29 more jets joining the fight. These won't be standard aircraft. They'll include the latest Block 4 upgrades, Technology Refresh 3 improvements, enhanced sensors, more powerful processors, better electronic warfare systems. Each generation of the Adir gets more capable. The contrast with other nations is stark. 20 nations operate or have ordered the F-35. Most use it for training exercises and air defense patrols. Some have deployed for NATO missions. Only 2 nations have used the jet in combat, America and Israel. But even within that small group, the difference is massive. U.S. F-35s have struck ISIS targets in Iraq and Afghanistan. Important missions, but not against sophisticated defenses, not against Russian systems, not in the kind of contested environments the Adir faces every day. This isn't a criticism of American pilots or tactics, it's simply reality. The United States hasn't been in a shooting war with a peer adversary since the F-35 entered service. Israel fights that war every single day. They're collecting combat data that simply doesn't exist anywhere else. They're learning lessons that can't be taught in simulators. The final piece of this story is what it means for the future of air warfare. For decades, the question has been whether stealth fighters are worth the cost. They're expensive. They're complex. Critics argued that modern air defenses were evolving faster than stealth technology. The Adir has settled that debate. Stealth works. When properly designed, properly operated, and properly supported, stealth fighters can dominate any airspace. They can strike any target. They can do it repeatedly. And they can do it with acceptable losses. In Israel's case, 0 losses. This has enormous implications. China is building the J-20 stealth fighter. Russia claims its Su-57 is operational. Both nations are watching what Israel does with the F-35I. Both are learning that stealth is not just about radar cross-section. It's about sensors, electronic warfare, data links, mission planning, maintenance, all these factors together. The Adir proves that a true 5th-generation fighter is more than the sum of its parts. It's a system, and when that system is operated by skilled pilots with proper support, it's nearly unstoppable.
15,000 combat hours, 0 losses, the first stealth fighter to see combat, the first to shoot down another aircraft, the first to use beast mode in war, the first to strike deep into heavily defended territory repeatedly and return untouched. These aren't just statistics, they're proof that one nation took American technology and perfected it for real warfare. The F-35I Adir isn't just battle-tested, it's the most combat-proven stealth fighter on Earth. And that gap isn't closing anytime soon. If this story opened your eyes to what modern air power really means, hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth military analysis. Thanks for watching.